we're so glad that you're part of Safe and Understood. It is a cluster randomized control trial, and it's only because of the cooperation and participation of the Children's Aid Society of Toronto and workers like you that we can actually make this work. So let me tell you a little bit about Safe and Understood and remind you what we're here for. So the overall aim of Safe and Understood is to think about families with young children who come to the attention of Child Protection Services as a result of exposure to domestic violence. What we want to do is we're asking whether or not, when we offer our clients access to embedded parenting interventions, and in this case we're looking at Caring Dads and Mothers in Mind, do we more effectively prevent the recurrence of domestic violence, so prevent re-victimization, and do we effectively reduce impairment in children that is associated with being exposed to domestic violence? So those are our two overall aims. And by embedded, what we mean is that these programs are ones that are running collaboratively with you, with partnership across community agencies and child protection agencies, with facilitated referral to make it really easy for you to become part of these programs.
And the reason that we're talking about this issue, as you probably already know from your own caseloads and experience, is that this is a really high percentage of children that we're seeing enter the child protection system right now. We know that at least 500,000 children every year are being exposed to violence in their homes. We know the majority of child welfare referrals are now for domestic violence, and that the majority of those referrals are actually for children under the age of 3. We also know that these young children are disproportionately exposed to the violence because of the proximity to their caregivers. They're more likely to be held in their mother's arms or toddling around. They're more likely to be in close proximity because of need for caregiving. We also know that that the risk to them developmentally is higher in terms of their, again, the need for a caregiver, the need for assistance with self-regulation, etc., and brain development are all areas of risk for these young children. We know that men who abuse their partners also frequently abuse their children, and that for children exposed to abuse, they can sometimes experience similar impacts and consequences as children who are themselves physically abused.
So let's get to why you're here. So in this presentation, what we're going to do is we're going to give you a little bit of information about the programs. We're going to talk about risk, we're going to talk about referral, and we're going to try to give you a bit more context for what we're asking you to do.